Vast as our universe is, it is ruled by only two forces: the light, giver of life, and the dark, the force of decay and destruction.
Somewhere in East Antarctica, a solitary silhouette appears at the mouth of a giant cave, a bright flare emanating from its hip. Bundled up, wearing a scarf and infrared goggles, the figure looks like an alien.
Light and dark, life and death.
The figure is warily approaching an impossibly high wall of ice.
These forces are always at war. Always.
There's a pickaxe, chipping away at the ice, over and over, getting faster and faster with the rush of discovery.
But between these opposing forces, there is a dividing line.
The pickaxe stops, and through the cracked web of ice,
A blurring, an overlap.
two books, weathered, ancient, ominous.
This is the realm of magic.
The books hit the ground with a thud. A gloved hand wipes away the snow, revealing a title inscribed on the cover.
But when you play with magic, when you trick the universe into giving you something you haven't earned,
From somewhere deep in the core of the world, there's a rumbling. The figure shoves the books into a satchel.
you pay for it.
The Arctic sun, suddenly blocked by the moon. A total solar eclipse. Black storm clouds race across the sky.
You always pay for it.
I-75 North Freeway, Atlanta, Georgia. A biblical thunderstorm batters down on the freeway. Morning traffic flowing smoothly on the overpass. Below, on another freeway, the traffic flow is stalled. And through the storm, a police cruiser is en route to an accident, slowly pushing its way through the underpass traffic. It passes a reporter struggling with an umbrella.
This odd, violent weather, unlike anything we've ever seen before, in addition to an accident jamming up traffic on I-75, may cause a delay in your commute this morning.
But the reporter's voice is drowned out by a blast of siren as the police cruiser comes up on a hunched man wearing a cloak. Its hood large and heavy, the man's face hidden in shadow. He strolls between the stalled cars, a wooden staff clicking at his side, a satchel thrown over his shoulder. He dips into the satchel, scattering pebbles across the freeway pavement.
The hell's he doing? Is he?
Throwing stuff on the ground. I wonder who's gonna have to clean that up.
The officers pull over, the driver leaning out the window. He looks out on the pavement to see mysterious red seeds. The officer reaches for the console.
Hey, Johnny Appleseed, what do you think you're doing, huh?
Beneath the concrete, the forest.
And from out of the red seeds, giant black tendrils emerge, spiraling upwards, the earth rumbling, the freeway trembling, the angry vines as thick as the freeway's pylons. They smash through the pavement above, the concrete breaking into large chunks, sending cars and SUVs into orbit. Traffic veers, screeches, and crashes in complete chaos. A massive oil tanker loses control, veering away from a giant pinewood tree that has inexplicably burst through the road. It slams into a half dozen cars, plowing them over the guardrail. The cars plummet to the freeway below, causing a massive chain of explosions. The diseased roots and branches surge outward from the skyscraper-sized plants, blotting out the sky. A sudden, dark canopy. The man in the cloak stands frozen in the fiery chaos, staring at his hand. It's desiccated and twisted like a bundle of dry kindling. From his satchel, he pulls out a hypodermic needle, filled with a bright fluorescent green formula. He jabs it into his arm, depressing the plunger, causing his eyes to roll back into his head. The bundle starts to regenerate, stems and vines and branches intertwining in sinew, tissue, and tendons. Behind him, an oil tanker explodes, but he doesn't even flinch.
On your knees, now! Hands up!
The cops warily approach. They have the man surrounded, their weapons trained on him, the rain coming down in black sheets. The ground suddenly explodes around the patrolman's feet. Rot black tendrils snake and wrap around their bodies, squeezing them, their faces becoming red, then purple, before being casually tossed aside. Their ragdoll bodies tumbling into the horizon, their screams dissolving at the vanishing point. Then it is all quiet. An ancient black forest has emerged in the middle of the freeway, knotty and expressionistic, like an Arthur Rackham storybook illustration. It's oddly and darkly beautiful.
Oh God! My God, what is happening?
The man steps up to the TV reporter, pulling off his cloak. He wears a snowboarding mask, an image of a grinning skull. He looks in the camera, and with an electronically scrambled voice, he speaks directly to the viewers.
Civilization is a cancer. I am its cure.
In a shitty hotel room, the broadcast airs on a dim TV set, the masked man's eyes glowing red now.
Surrender to the past.
The authorities seek to question regarding this bizarre incident.
This hotel room, a makeshift detective's office, stacks of ancient-looking books, a gun holster thrown over a chair, surveillance photos tacked on the wall, including a telephoto image of the skull-faced eco-terrorist. Someone is watching the attack, before pausing on
Woodrew.
Constantine. Bleached blonde hair, shirtless. He leans into a Zippo flame, lights a silk-cut cigarette, and snaps the Zippo shut.
And so, it began.
New York City, where Constantine leans doubled over the hotel's bathroom sink, gripping its edges as he continues to cough.
War is coming. And just like any war, this one needs agents, mediators, mercenaries.
He peers into the porcelain basin at the tiny droplets of blood.
I am one of the mercenaries.
He stares at himself in the mirror. He is unshaven, world-weary. His body was riddled with scars.
Not good. Not bad.
Tacked to the mirror, a blurry photograph. Giovanni Zatara, a man in his 50s, hairline, mustache, tux, tails, a classic magician. Backstage after a performance with his daughter, Zatanna, a 20-year-old raven-haired, bright-eyed girl, and John Constantine, younger, smiling, happier days.
But what we are
He stares at the photo, at Zatanna.
is absolutely necessary.
A wristwatch poking out from under a hiked sleeve reads 12:33.
Bollocks.
Central Park, tourists, street performers, a rinky-dink carnival. Above it all, though, is a solar eclipse, casting an eerie half-light. The crowd stares up at it, anxious, wearing sunglasses, yet still shielding their eyes.
A solar eclipse occurring outside of a normal eclipse season has scientists baffled, and people worried about yet another strange phenomenon.
Constantine's trench coat flaps in the wind with his loose tie. He pushes his way through the crowd, his eyes fixed on Carl Carnahan, a man in his 40s, bookish, bespectacled. He pauses at a bargain bin outside of a used bookstore. Third Eye Books. He selects a volume, flips through it, puts it back, and moves on. Constantine follows him past a bald slob, Bobby. Another man in his 40s with his angry wife, Selena, who's of the same age. They struggle to tie a mounted swordfish to their station wagon.
Honey, where the hell are we gonna put this damn thing?
It's my money. I can do whatever I want with it.
Pigeons scatter to the sky just as Constantine moves past a beat-up truck, a large sheet of mirrored glass secured in its flatbed. He follows Carnahan downhill, heading for a diner. Jet Jerry's Time Machine. He enters the place and John ducks in after him.
A dabble of the dark arts, eh?
Later, inside the diner, Constantine leans into a Zippo flame, lighting his cigarette.
Amateur Mahatma? Weekend wizard? Tell me, what is it that you desire from the books of magic? Immortality? Godlike powers? A bigger Johnson, perhaps? Look here, mate. I don't know how you acquired the world's most forbidden book of spells and invocations, and frankly, I don't care. But the mere discovery of these books and your sneaky little dealings have triggered a cosmic rupture of catastrophic proportions, which is a very bad thing.
Next to Constantine sits Carnahan, blinking confusedly. He sits at the counter, trembling over his cup of coffee.
Who are you exactly?
Constantine. John Constantine. Occult detective, rogue mage, iconoclast.
John offers a hand, but it just sits there, lamely.
So you want me
Yes, sir.
to give to you,
The books of magic. Yes, please.
which would then allow you to...
Return the books to where they rightfully belong. Save the world and everyone in it.
Not me.
No, not you. You're gonna die in...
John pulls back his sleeve, checking his watch.
3 minutes now. So I don't mean to come off as insensitive, mate. I understand. This is a lot to process in a short amount of time, but seriously, Carl. Mate, the state of the cosmic order is presently in your hands, so please, stop blinking vacantly at me. Man up. Capiche?
Sir, you cannot smoke in here.
A waitress totters on roller skates with a too tight uniform. She sets down a burger in front of Carl.
Pardon me.
Constantine reaches across Carl, peeking under his bun.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, love.
John pushes the plate back towards the waitress.
No pickles, please.
I like pickles.
It doesn't matter what you like, Carl. You're not going to eat it.
I want my burger to go, please. With the pickles. And quickly.
Yes, quickly. You only have 2 minutes now.
You cannot smoke in here.
I'm putting it out.
He crushes the cigarette on a teacup saucer, and she's gone. Rolling down the aisle, he watches her leave, then lights another cigarette.
Carl, we don't have much time.
How do you know my name?
Carl Carnahan, antique book dealer, tax cheat, closeted Satanist. I know all about you, Carl. You've been a very naughty lad, playing with powerful things that are beyond your comprehension.
What do you want?
The key. The one to your safe with the books in it. Behind the oak bookshelf. In the east wing of your penthouse suite. Where is it?
Carl bolts to his feet, moving quickly to the door.
I don't like this conversation.
Do you have the key on you?
Constantine is up and moving, right behind him.
No, there is no key.
What you mean there is no key?
He snatches the to-go bag from the waitress at the register, and Carnahan snatches it back, throwing her a wad of bills. The two of them leave the diner, moving quickly through the park again.
Whoever you are, please, I beg you, please, don't hurt me.
Christ, who do you think I am? Batman?
Let's say I were to open the safe for you. Would you spare my life?
There's no bargaining here, mate. If it were up to me, I'd buy you a pint and we'd have a laugh.
Carl takes off again, nearing a jog as John tries to keep up.
You played with magic, Carl. Real magic. And when you make games of real black magic, you pay for it. You always pay for it.
They move past Bobby and Selena, finishing the tying of the huge fish to the roof of their station wagon.
You are going to die.
Carnahan stops in his tracks, looking as if he may cry.
How do you know?
Are you familiar with the cosmic avatar of destiny? Member of the Endless, the presider of the Garden of the Forking Ways?
Huh?
It is written in his book. You can trust me on this. There's no use running away from it. You can do the world a lot of good, but just handing over the key.
John holds his palm out. The two movers struggle with the large sheet of mirrored glass, inching past them. Carnahan thinks. Then,
the books are in my safe. I don't want anything to do with them anymore. Odd things are happening all around me. I got scared. I sold them. They no longer belong to me.
Sold them? To whom?
He's going to pick them up tonight.
Who? Who was going to pick them up?
The station wagon engine roars. Bobby and Selena in the front seat now, the car beginning to move downhill.
We can't allow the books to fall into the wrong hands. Who is it?
If I tell you...
No time. Just give me the key.
I am the key. It's a fingerprint reader, see? My right hand is the key.
Constantine stares at his raised palm, blinks, and sighs.
You must be joking.
He looks down at his wristwatch again and shakes his head.
Bollocks.
Then it all happens at once. Pigeons shoot up from the pavement. The glass movers tilt the mirrored sheet to avoid the birds, the glass sharply reflecting the sun into Bobby's eyes. Selena screams just as the station wagon nearly hits two skateboarders. Bobby hits the brakes hard, and the swordfish is catapulted through the air, a perfect deadly arch, its spear cutting through the air.
Oh, God.
Carl is impaled there in the street, stuck, like a martini olive. The to-go bag hitting the ground and rolling to a stop at Constantine's feet. John picks it up, reaches inside and takes a bite out of the burger before spitting it out.
Pickles.
A gurney, carrying Carnahan's sheet-covered body.
I was his closest friend. Poor dear Carl. Oh, miss him so much.
He's lifted into the back of a morgue wagon by two coroners.
Would you fellas mind if I rode along with him, keep him company?
The coroners shrug, and John climbs in as the doors are slammed shut. The wagon pulls away from the scene of the accident, Constantine sitting beside poor dear Carl Carnahan. Alone, the sheet tented from where the sword still remains. He rifles through the dead man's pockets.
Where are you, little bugger?
He pulls out Carl's wallet, pockets a few bills, then finds an embossed business card printed on linen paper. Jason Blood, antiquity scholar.
Bloody Jason Blood. Now, why would you want the books of magic, eh?
He finds Carnahan's right arm, hikes up his sleeve, and ponders the dead man's wrist. He knocks on the wrist bone. Hard stuff. Searches the vehicle and finds a straight razor in a drawer. He holds it up to Carnahan's wrist and attempts to sever it.
Give us a break.
It's too stiff. John tosses the razor and sniffs the air. A black, fat fly buzzes around his head, as if deliberately irritating him before landing on his hand.
Got a hot tip for you, Johnny.
In the corner of the ceiling, like a spider in its web, is a smiling 10-year-old blue-faced boy with a page boy haircut. Clarion, the witch boy. A halo of flies encircling him.
Blimey, Clarion. Don't sneak up on me like that. You find anything juicy on this Woodrew wanker?
The boy scurries across the morgue wagon walls like an insect.
He's a doctor, a botanist, working for an industrial combine, toiling away on a secret personal project.
What kind of secret project?
A doomsday project, to destroy civilization as we know it. He's calling it Project Inanna.
Inanna? The devils does that mean?
You're the detective.
And how does Dr. Woodrew intend to execute said doomsday project?
The books of magic.
Of course.
He doesn't know where it is, though. Like you, he's searching for them.
No one knew where they were, until some tosser unearthed them. Now, anyone who's ever played with a Ouija board at a sleepover wants a piece of it. You got anything else, mate?
Johnny, you're living on borrowed time. Why torture yourself?
Do you have anything on her, or no?
Clarion smiles and steps down to the floor. He's a small fellow, neatly dressed, the halo of flies buzzing around his head.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
He sticks a tiny blue palm out.
Oh, no. I've given you enough.
Would you like me to tell Z that you're having her followed?
He doesn't. John sighs, reaches into his trench coat, pulling out a leather pouch, rummaging through the seemingly bottomless bag before pulling out a bright fluorescent pink file. He hands it over. Clarion's eyes widen.
What are you doing with all this astral energy I keep giving you?
Nothing. Bartering it.
You're not ingesting it, are you?
Clarion shyly shakes his head.
You better not. You can't handle it, kid. It'll make you power mad, a megalomaniac. Take it from me.
John reluctantly hands him the file. Clarion pocketing it.
Give it to me straight, kid.
I must say, Johnny, I don't know what Zatanna ever saw in you.
The halo of flies swarm into the center of the morgue's wagon, the black cloud taking the shape of a woman's face. Zatanna.
She's beautiful, kind, and nurturing. These days, I'm afraid she's looking for someone more sensitive, sophisticated, and thoughtful.
What? Like you?
Why not? I'm in love with her.
You're just a little blue boy, Clarion.
The buzzing face of Zatanna turns angry, demonic.
There are lots of things one can offer a woman other than your sarcasm and ashtray breath!
Whoa, relax, kid. You better ease off the astral.
Zatanna has a boyfriend.
There's a moment of silence between them. John blinks.
Does that upset you, John? Does that make you insecure? Why do you even care? You didn't treat her well when you had her.
Who is he then? Some brooding magician, square-jawed superhero?
An accountant.
John blinks again.
He intends to propose to her.
Well, that's good for her. I'm happy for her. She deserves that. Stay with her. And keep an eye on this accountant, Woodrew too. I want to know more about this Project Banana.
Inanna. And Johnny?
Yes, Clarion?
Clarion snatches John's leather pouch.
You son of a witch!
He lunges for the blue boy, but Clarion dissolves into a cloud of flies. John pitching forward into the doors of the wagon. They swing open and John falls out, tumbling headfirst into the windshield of a tailing car. He smashes it, bounces over the vehicle's roof, head over heels, and hits the pavement hard, skidding like a stone and coming to a sudden halt. He sits bolt upright in the center of the road, cars whizzing past him in both directions. He blinks, dazed.
John, old son?
He lights a cigarette.
You need a drink.
Atlanta, Georgia, downtown. The sky is an uproar of black, twisted clouds. Strange and unearthly.
Journal entry. Monday morning.
Woodrew, a stone-faced man in his 30s, bespectacled, sitting stock still in a Prius, alone, dead stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic.
I woke up with a splitting migraine again today. My heart racing. Dizzy.
The car hasn't moved an inch, and Woodrew hasn't blinked.
I don't know if it's the formula that's making me ill or the agony of yet another day of living in this air-conditioned nightmare.
He slowly turns his head and sees the display window of a Best Buy, a BP oil ad silently playing on a wall of gigantic HD screens.
Modern society, they call it. Civilization. What is so civilized about stealing our dreams?
On the TV, fields of grain, a waterfall, a soaring eagle.
And selling it back to us as entertainment.
He slowly turns his head elsewhere and sees a businessman hunched over a cup of coffee, alone in a Dunkin' Donuts.
What is so civilized about stealing our land?
The man nibbles on a bagel, staring in the mid-distance.
And selling it back to us as bounty.
Sunderland Corporation, an iron and glass compound reaching for the stormy sky. Lab-coated scientists march in lockstep to the front entrance.
Punch in, punch out, work, consume, die.
Rows and rows of lab-coated scientists are hunched over microscopes, working in private cubicles. Woodrew is just a face in the crowd.
How I long for the silence, the calm, the tranquility, before the ticking of punching clocks, before time itself.
Woodrew is hunched over his own microscope. His desk is stacked with botany textbooks, documents, and folders, labeled Biorestorative Formula, Photosynthesis Structures, and on the top of it all, Project Inanna.
Little by little, though.
He looks up from the scope, checks to see if anyone's looking. No one is. He slowly hikes up his sleeve, revealing his forearm. Black, hard, tinted green, tree bark. From a drawer, he pulls out a hypodermic needle, filled with a bright, fluorescent green formula. He jabs it into the bark, plunging the syringe into his forearm. His eyes roll into his head as a tiny black flower bud suddenly twists up from his forearm.
I'm transitioning. I can communicate with the plants, but I'm weak. My intelligence is still too human.
He plucks the bud, delicately placing it beneath the scope's eye. Under the scope, a network of living, pulsing veins. It turns rot black, a sudden network of diseased veins. He pulls away from the scope, lost in thought.
I need an intermediary, a gateway to the web that connects all living things. The network of eyes and ears that sees and hears everything, knows everything. The planet's lifeblood, the engine, the powers of the universe. It'll lead me to my fate, to my destiny.
He gazes at a newspaper clipping. The Courier, tacked to the cubicle wall. Beauty and the Beast? And beneath the headline, a black and white photo of a beautiful woman with a white hair. Abby Arcane, embracing a monster of the swamp.
Wherever you are, Alec Holland, whatever you've lost, you have something I want.
Woodrew's eyes begin to dimly glow a menacing red, as elsewhere in the universe there's an interdimensional pub. The Oblivion Bar. A chimpanzee dressed as Sherlock Holmes sips at a banana daiquiri. Dr. Occult is engaged in a conversation with Nightmare Nurse. John Constantine sits at the bar counter, hunched over a scotch. He throws it back and slams it down.
I need to put together a crew, Eddie.
Eddie Deacon, a man in his 20s, owns the place. He wipes down the counter with his flipper arms.
Oh yeah? What kind of crew?
Save the world kind of crew.
Well, shit. Throw a stone.
He gestures to all the costumed heroes scattered around the bar.
In fact, look who's here tonight.
In a corner booth, a man wearing a gold helmet is surrounded by slinky supermodels, hanger-ons, and 3 other costumed heroes. Pandora, the Phantom Stranger, and Black Orchid.
Dr. Fate. The Shadow Pact. Give us a break.
Dr. Fate's awesome, dude.
So we found a magical helmet, so what?
I can talk to him directly if you want. Bypass his agent.
No, I don't need costumes. What I need is a tough crew that knows how to work on the dark side, if you know what I mean, mate.
I don't know, John. Last time...
Forget the last time, okay? This is important business. Hush, hush. End of the world stuff. You with me?
What do you need?
Constantine scribbles on a cocktail napkin and slides it over.
This is some sorry list, man. Alec Holland? That dude is not gonna talk to you. Didn't you sleep with his girlfriend?
Sleep with his girlfriend? Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Boston Brand? You really think that guy's gonna be happy to see you? Jason Blood? Jesus. Every single name on this list is seriously cursed, dude. Why would you...
Do you know where they are or not?
But you're not gonna convince them. They hate you, man.
I've got me ways.
How?
By utilizing my best asset, mate.
And what's that, Johnny?
Johnny leans in with a Zippo, lighting his cigarette.
My charm.
LaCroix, Louisiana. A watering hole for rednecks and parolees. A wooden staff stakes its territory into the dirt road. A figure stepping into view. It's Woodrew, wearing a cloak. From under the shade of the hood, a yellow, rictus grin. He enters the bar. Abby's Bayou Shack. The bar is oddly silent. Everyone hovered around a pool table, watching a couple of drunk Cajuns playing pool with Abby Arcane, a 25-year-old striking woman, bleached white hair with a single stripe of black. She's the owner of this juke joint. From the booth, Woodrew watches her from beneath his hood. Red eyes aglow, tiny gray mushrooms grow from his upper lip.
What
What can I get you, darling?
A cocktail waitress leans on his table.
Got yourself some pretty eyes.
He doesn't look up. He's fixated on Abigail. She's a master of the pool table, calling impossible shots and landing them.
Bullshit. I call bullshit. This bitch is hustling us.
A crack of the 8-ball into the quarter pocket. The crowd cheers as money is engaged hand over fist as Abby spins around facing the attendees.
Pay up, boys.
Ah, now wait just a damn minute. I know you.
Woodrew slowly leans forward with a creak, his eyes blazing.
You're that woman. Woman from
from papers, yeah.
Yeah. And you're some kind of sex freak, ain't you?
I heard people doing it with farm animals, even their dog, but you... Oh!
There's a loud crack as the butt of Abby's pool cue bashes into the drunk's nose. It's broken, a gush of blood rushing down his shirt. She swings the other side of the cue across the other drunk's head, cracking it as he goes down. Everyone stares. Abby simply sticks her palm out.
Pay up.
They pay up, dropping crumpled bills into her palm, and she ambles to the bar, pours herself a shot from behind it.
You got the devil in you, Abby Arcane. Why you always gotta go get into some kind of trouble, huh?
Trouble finds me.
Abby throws a shot back as the phone on the counter next to her begins to ring, her arms snatching it quickly.
By you, Shaq.
On the other line, a dog can be heard barking. A chihuahua.
Go away. Shoot. Shoot.
Who is this?
Abby, don't hang up, love.
Oh, no.
Don't hang up. Get out, you.
Where are you?
At a phone booth.
A phone booth? What is this, 1971? Get a cell phone.
I don't trust him. Give you cancer.
What the hell do you want, John?
You seen the news? You near the telly?
She looks up at the TV above the bar. It's off.
Turn on the news, love.
She grabs a remote, flips through the channel before landing on footage of a giant tendril wrapping itself around the golden arches.
The hell? Turn that down, will you?
The bar's music goes down and the TV's goes up.
5 hours ago, this was the scene at a popular McDonald's in Shreveport.
That's not far from here.
You seen it then?
The authorities seek to question this unidentified man regarding yet another bizarre incident.
On the TV is a cloaked man, his eyes glowing red at the camera.
His name is Woodrew.
I know who he is. What does he want?
Abby, I'm putting together a crew.
No, Alec and I, he doesn't want anything to do with this world, with you. We want to be left alone.
I'm afraid he's not going to be able to ignore the world any longer. This Woodrew character is using Alec's formula to destroy cities.
His bio-restorative formula?
Look, I don't expect you to trust me after what happened between us.
That was a mistake.
But I'm coming to you, love, with my hands up, begging you. Talk to him. I need the big guy. The world needs him. Talk to him, will you?
She watches the images on TV. People screaming, dying, chaos. She sighs. She doesn't want to do this, but she knows she must.
I'll see what I can do.
She hangs up and bolts from her stool, striding across the floor.
Close up for me, will you?
But I closed up for you last night. Got a devil in you, Abby.
The waitress sighs and stares at the TV. Woodrew in his booth is fixated on a switchblade. The two drunks conspiring, then lumbering their way across the bar floor after Abby. Woodrew reaches into his satchel. He pulls out a single red seed, sets it on the table, and dips his finger into a glass of water, drizzling the seed. And in an instant, Giant, rot-black tendrils emerge. They move fast, rushing with purpose towards the exit. Abby hops into her pickup truck as the two drunks are about to reach her. The tendrils wrap around them tightly, a gigantic Venus flytrap opening its jaws wide.
Oh, what's up?
The jaws chomp shut, yanking them back through the front door, smashing it into bits. The tavern nearly decimated all at once. The Jeep spins out of the parking lot, kicking up dirt. Abby drives with purpose. In the rearview mirror, unseen by her, the tendrils silently destroy her bayou shack. Pickups and Harleys are thrown into the night sky, but she continues on until she reaches the swamp, hopping out of the truck alongside a moon pool.
Alec? Alec?
The lagoon is lush, verdant, alive. Mushrooms as big as footstools, dragonflies bigger than birds. Abby in Wonderland. She stops. Crickets chirp. Fireflies lazily circle her.
Alec, I need you.
She sits on a mossy, felled tree. In a knot beside her, an orange eye appears, blinks, and stares at her before shutting.
It's important. We have to talk.
A wind moves through the trees.
I know you're there.
The branches and leaves move in coordination, like a wave.
I can feel you, Alec.
I am not Alec.
Alec, you're needed. I heard from John Constantine. You said...
John Constantine?
There's a strong gust of wind. The trees rustle wildly.
Never again. I told you, never. You were never to speak to him.
Woodrew.
Woodrew. Did I know him once? Woodrew. I forget. I forget so much.
He stole your formula, Alec. Remember? He's now using it for his own purposes. He's becoming something not human. Overtook one of the largest highways in the country, destroyed it, using your formula, Alec, in a matter of seconds. Are you there? You feel so distant.
It's quiet. Too quiet. Abby begins to undress.
I want to get close to you.
Naked, she lowers herself into the reflection of the moon pool. A single thin vine wraps itself around Abby's finger. A tiny white flower opening itself up to her nose. She sniffs it, plucks it, and sticks it behind her ear.
Why should I help the humans?
Because you were human once.
Once.
In the pond's reflection, a wavy apparition appears. Alec Holland, 30 years old, a scientist, a man.
Feels like a character I read about in a book as a child.
The scientist sits hunched over a workbench, a bright fluorescent green formula boiling over a Bunsen burner.
A scientist who was going to change the world. But this naive man, he was sabotaged, his formula stolen.
An explosion and a fireball. Alec runs wildly for the swamp. He dives into the bog, the image dissolving into murkiness.
I remember Woodrew. He betrayed me.
Oh, Alec.
There's nothing left of Alec Holland in me anymore. I am not human.
You are human. You're the most loving, most gentle, most human man that I've ever met.
I am a monster.
And with a gust of wind, the trees bend, achingly, its leaves trembling, shivering, as if the swamps were crying.
Leave me.
Alec.
Leave me.
And she's caught up in a sudden, purposeful wave, thrusting her towards the shore on a crest, and she's spit out onto the mud bank, wet, naked, and alone.
You are human, Alec.
But only a chorus of crickets respond. Outside of a Union Bank depository, a stately, monumental building with marble columns, a chic car is parked directly outside of its entrance. Its driver, Jimmy Slick Murphy, furtively glances over his shoulder. The coast is clear. Across the street, in a public park, a 5-year-old kid stares evenly at Slick, licking an ice cream cone.
What in the bloody hell do you think you're doing, Boston?
Legs stretched out on a park bench, cigarette smoke rises from behind a New York Post. The kid ignores him.
I know you can hear me.
The newspaper folds and John Constantine reveals himself with a smirk.
Screw you, Blondie.
I have a proposition for you.
Get lost. I'm in the middle of something.
From a picnic table far behind them, a young mother stands.
Sebastian? I see you. What are you doing over there?
Yes, Sebastian. Why didn't you tell your mum what you're up to?
Mommy! This nice man is offering me candy and a ride in his van!
I know when I'm not wanted.
He stands up, flicking his cigarette butt.
Just thought a dead man might want to know. I can bring you back to life.
The kid slowly turns, facing John.
What are you saying?
Alarms suddenly ring from down the street, and 3 men wearing ski masks rush out of the bank, carrying duffel bags and diving into the getaway car.
Let's talk about it over a pint.
I'm a little busy at the moment.
He's scooped into his mother's arms, yanked away, and Boston Brand, a.k.a. Dead Man, jumps from the kid's body, a white-faced, red-costumed ghost soaring through the air.
Oh, no, you don't. Don't you dare!
He possesses John Constantine's body. He blinks, Boston getting his bearings in his new means of transport. Then he takes off after the getaway car, sprinting down the center of the street, a trench coat flapping behind him.
Jesus, John. Don't you work out?
He stops dead in his tracks, coughing violently into his hand, droplets of blood lacing his palm. He looks up, searching. A woman in her 20s, earbuds, yoga pants, healthy. She jogs through the park as Boston jumps from John's body and possesses the jogger.
Where the hell are you going?
The jogger takes off into a sprint. She is fast, athletic, and heading for an intersection. The traffic lights turn red, the getaway car blowing through it, and she runs up the bumper, trunk, and back windshield of an idle vehicle, standing on the roof. There's the getaway car, making a sharp turn into an alley. She hops from car roof to car roof, making her way to a motorcycle cop, kick-starting the engine. Boston jumps into his body, leaving the jogger on top of the car, scratching her head. The cop guns it, slipping down the alley, lights and sirens blaring. The chase is on. The robbers fire their pistols back, and the cycle's front tire is blown out. The cycle wobbles for a panicking moment, and the cop leaps from a telephone line, swinging like a high bar. He swings a full circle as the motorcycle crashes into a dumpster. He flips in the air, graceful, acrobatic. He grabs a fire escape and swings himself up onto it, racing up the steps, zigzagging up the building. On the roof, all of Manhattan reaches out as far as the eyes can see, spectral and eerie looking in the half-light solar eclipse. The cop stands directly beneath a gigantic billboard that reads, Zatanna, the mistress of magic, extended again. The raven-haired magician flashes a come-hither look. Below is the intricate maze of the city streets. The getaway car is getting away. Boston, in the cop's body, looks further down the street and spots a semi-truck coming from the opposite direction of the getaway car. Boston jumps from the cop's body and into the truck driver. He yanks hard at the steering wheel, the semi-truck hopping a median, cutting the getaway car off with a screech. Everyone slams their brakes, and suddenly...
shit.
The truck jackknifes. Its cargo bed full of tractor tires swings out into traffic, tips, and the tractor tires bounce down the street. Huge, ridiculous. Pedestrians being chased by the tires. A single tractor tire bounces towards an old lady sitting at an outdoor cafe, nibbling on a scone. Boston sees this and jumps from the truck driver, possessing the old lady, and die rolls out of the way, just in the nick of time. As the tire smashes into the cafe window, the old lady pops up, quick on her feet, as she spots the getaway car, making a messy U-turn. The old lady takes off after the car, running as fast as her brittle bones will allow.
Look at you, Boston, being a hero.
I'm no hero.
The old lady runs past John, standing at a street corner.
One of these jerk-offs murdered me.
Boston jumps into John again and sprints down the street.
Christ, Blondie! The old lady's in better shape than you are.
A patrol car zips past Boston and John, Boston jumping into the driver's body, leaving John in the middle of the road again.
Damn it, Boston! Stop doing that!
The patrolman, Mike, and his partner are moving quickly through the streets.
One car, a red 2012 Hyundai Sonata. 3 assailants? 4.
He guns it, the car jolting forward at impossible speed.
Jesus, Mike, slow down!
But he won't. Catching up quickly on the getaway car. He slaps up against the car bumper again and again until the bumper falls off, banging down the street.
Whoa, what the hell are you doing?
He veers into oncoming traffic, weaving in and out of rushing cars. Officer Mike roars up alongside the driver's side, locking eyes with Jimmy Slick Murphy. He smashes into the getaway car, the car bouncing right into a construction site, a half-finished parking garage. The getaway car races up a series of ramps, the up and up, the patrol car on its ass, all cars moving fast for the roof, a dead end. The getaway car spins to a hard stop, Boston leaping into one of the bank robbers' bodies, possessing a big dude wearing a ski mask, sitting in the passenger seat.
This is it, fellas. Game over. We gotta turn ourselves in.
A ski-masked robber in the back seat leans forward.
Who made you leader all of a sudden?
You're the leader then, huh?
Boston jumps into the leader's body.
He's right, after all. Game over.
Everyone just stares at each other, confused. In the patrol car, the real Officer Mike holds his groggy head.
What happened? Where am I?
They're getting out. Look, there.
Throwing their guns down, hands reaching for the sky, the officers are instantly on top of them, kicking their guns, handcuffing them, and once the leader is detained, Boston jumps back into Officer Mike again. He grabs Slick by his necktie and drags him away.
Ah, come on. What the hell are you doing, Mike?
Mike pulls Slick over to the building's ledge, the guy writhing under his grip, and dangled him over the edge by his tie, his shoes barely touching the edge.
I'm only gonna ask you once. Did you shoot Boston Brand?
Boston who?
Boston releases the tie a bit, Slick almost falling.
No, please. Please.
Boston Brand, the greatest trapeze artist that ever lived. Boston Brand, shot, murdered at Cirque de Luna.
Gee, that was...
5 years ago. You have 5 seconds.
I drive. I'm a driver. I don't murder people. It's not my thing, okay? But I think I know a guy who knows a guy, all right? The contract, from what I heard, it's just a rumor, was made through the Syndicate.
The Scavengers?
The shooter was a sniper, ex-Blackwater guy. A mercenary stationed in Fallujah. They call him the Hook.
The Hook.
Hey man, look, why do you care so much about this? It's old news.
The officer leans in close to Slick's ear.
Because I am Boston Brand.
The driver stares at him, shocked, and Boston lets him go, falling several stories down, head over heels into an enormous pile of garbage bags.
Keeping it classy, Boston.
The officer spins around, watching as Constantine approaches, his collar up.
You have lung cancer.
And you're dead. Fine pair we make.
Sorry, Blondie. I didn't know.
Constantine lights a cigarette.
Occupational hazard. You ready to listen to me then?
Justice League Dark, Part 1, Borrowed Time. Directed by Matthew Dawson. Written by Michael Gilio. Based on a treatment by Guillermo del Toro. Adapted and edited by Matthew Dawson. Starring Matthew Dawson as the narrator. Paul Delarose as Constantine. Mackenzie McClure as Deadman. Kelly Hill as Abby Arcane. Mikkel Casanova as Woodrew. Alexis Vandam as Clarion. Mitch McFarland as Carl Carnahan. Mickey Smith as Eddie Deacon. Gerald Hill as Swamp Thing. Brian Safara as The Reporter. Aaron Smith as Waitress 2. J. Elias Roth as Slick. Brian Safara as Partner. Josh Wells as Drunk 1. Joel Hunter as Drunk 2. Garen Seho as Police 1. Tara G as Waitress 1. Mikkel Casanova as Police 2. Matthew Dawson as Bobby. Kimberly Dawson as Selena. Monica Webb as Mother. Garen Seho as Leader. And Mackenzie McClure as Mike. This project was made in effort by Mortalverse Audio Dramas and our volunteering associates. It has no affiliation with Warner Brothers or DC or their characters. This project was made by the fans, for the fans, to show our appreciation towards this world. This project has been released for free. Thank you to everyone who helped bring this project to life. Mortalverse Audio Dramas will always be appreciative of your time and dedication to this project.